Well, it was an electric atmosphere down in Greensboro. The A&T homecoming definitely lives to the hype. I thought it was one of the best college football atmospheres that we've been in. Very, very much in comparison to the one that we played in Tallahassee. I think we handled the atmosphere much better. I think we played well enough at times to win, but some costly turnovers in the red zone and our inability to stop the run ended up costing us down the stretch. But we challenged our guys to play harder on special teams and play better on special teams than they did. We challenged guys to try to make big plays on offense. Some guys made big plays on offense. So a lot of things that we're asking our guys to do, they're doing, but we're just still falling short. And we're back on the practice field this week, addressing those things, getting ready for a good Howard football team. It's tough to find positives, when you lose football games. But obviously the fact that our team's still playing hard and they haven't folded and that they're still being competitive and that they're still doing the majority of the things they're being coached to do is definitely a positive. And it's great to be back at home at Dick Price this weekend, and hopefully we'll have a good day weather-wise, and we'll have a good crowd. Well, the first one obviously is second down, and we're already in the red zone, and we throw an interception, ill-advised throw, into coverage when we could have easily just thrown the ball away and snapped it again to have another shot at the next opportunity. First or second and goal, we've got the tight end wide open in the corner of the end zone. With the play that we drew, we decided to go to Isaiah over in the corner with the one-on-one. We threw the ball on the track. Just two obvious signs of poor execution. Things that we didn't get done, and the kickoff return just came down to a missed tackle. So three plays that are completely avoidable that change the outcome of the game. And ironically, those are two of the three plays that that I selected to show the team that they really turned the tide in the game. They're a good football team. They're nationally ranked for a reason, but obviously we've got to do some things on the edge of our defense, on the inside of our defense. They kind of ran the same play over and over again, and we didn't identify schematically. Their guard pulls. We got to get our linebacker over the top, and our linebacker didn't read it correctly. And when we finally did get it fixed, it was too late. But that's 2 weeks in a row that we've uncharacteristically given up over 300 yards rushing, and Howard's rushing the ball very well. So we're going to have to get some things shored up before Saturday. Well, Taylor's always had a big, strong leg. I think the biggest thing that Taylor's done this year is he's just been more consistent, and he's done it on a weekly basis. He's really rounded himself, into form as the season's gone. And when you have a punter that can flip the field for you and also pin guys deep in their own territories, it's a definite advantage for your offense and defense. I'll take Wahee versus anybody. I'll take Aaron Chandler versus anybody. Our secondary is definitely one of the strengths of our defense. But those guys will rely on pass rush, so we've got to get a good pass rush, and we've got to make sure that when, Kalen Newton scrambles around that we don't allow him to extend plays. He's going to make some plays. I think they've got, one of the best widest in the conference in number 12, and, the Anthony kid, number 81, is a really good football player as well. But I think we've got 3 or 4 guys in our secondary that I think can play anywhere in the conference, and I do agree that it's a huge matchup. But the other thing is they do have a tailback that's rushed for, I think, over 500 or 600 yards, and a quarterback who's rushed for 500 or 600 yards. So we're going to have to definitely play better on defense to have an opportunity to win. No, we've been fortunate, from a health standpoint. Just guys just have normal late season bumps and bruises, ankle sprains, turf toes, and all those things. But we're not gonna play with anybody this week that we didn't play without last week. Well, we make personnel changes every week. Some of them, prove, more fruitful than others. If you're asking about the quarterback situation, I'm not sure what we're going to do at quarterback. Juwan played as well as he's played all season with the exception of 3 plays, and unfortunately at quarterback, those 3 plays can cost you a ball game. We've got to get him in a situation where he makes decisions all the time that are best for the team. And obviously we made a quarterback switch with DeAndre, bringing him in at the start of the 4th quarter, and got a negative result as well. So it's kind of you let it play out during the week and you see how it sorts out, and you do what's best for the team on Saturday.
Going through the first couple of games, we struggled on punt, like blocking and snapping and all, but we really focused this past week on making sure everybody had their assignments, and when everybody blocks, the snap's good, and I'll get a good punt off. For me, I struggle punting to my left, and when the ball's on the left side of the hash, that's where you tend to punt to the left, so I just need to improve myself on being able to kick it that way. If it's windy, you want to keep the ball lower, you want to hang on to it longer so you'll be able to get a better punt off. And of course, hang time allows your team to get down and make the tackle, so that also plays a huge role in it. Depending on the team we're playing, I'll normally aim to kick it out of bounds because that'll help like the coverage and all, but hang time also helps the team get down there. In high school, I played everything, which I would have to choose probably receiver. Yes, sir.
Taylor, how badly could you beat JT in coverage?
How badly could I beat him in coverage? JT's a good DB.
We gave a good overall effort, but still came up short. So I mean, still things to work on. So we'll just keep on working this week, get better. They're pretty confident going to take their shots down the field, but I know we're going to practice this week, get ready, just do our job and prevent that from happening. I expect it to come my way. I play every down the same way, just expecting the pass. I'll be ready. Oh, yeah, I mean, off-season got together more, just trying to be together off the football field. That grows chemistry. So, yeah, that helped in off-season. I'm very confident, very confident because just how hard we're playing, again, is feedback to feedback to feedback. That it goes from offense to defense, special teams. So every aspect, we just